5 years ago, I got graduated from the university, got that dream job, and everything looked very good on paper, and I was feeling successful. But I started panicking because I realized something that a lot of people do not come to until it's too late. My life was becoming expensive to live, and that's where you lose your freedom. Stick to me till end of this video till I tell you how. And you might end up also thinking differently about your own life. I'm not here to sell you a dream. I'm here to show you the truth. Every version of freedom costs something, but most of the people only see the reward, but do not see the price tag that is attached to that freedom. Some people pay the price of freedom with the relationships they sacrifice. Some pay it with the comfort that they lose. And some pay it with the time. I paid all three. When people hear financial freedom, they think of not working. But that's not what financial freedom is about. Financial freedom means that your survival doesn't depend on one decision, one boss, or 1 month of salary. It means that you can make long-term decisions without panicking. So financial freedom means that if something breaks in your life wouldn't collapse with it. That is some sort of freedom that feels a little bit invisible, but that changes everything. I used to believe that if I kept climbing, freedom would eventually appear. More salary, more responsibility, more status. But that's something nobody tells you about. Every promotion makes it more expensive to quit. You have more obligation. Your responsibilities grows. Your lifestyle becomes more expensive. And without realizing it, you see yourself in this golden cage that you made for yourself. I remember clearly sitting one evening alone and looking at my calendar. Every hour was booked. Meetings, deadlines, things I needed to prepare. And I started asking this simple question. If I wanted to have a different life, I wanted to change my life next month, could I be able to do that? And the honest answer was no. That scared me off more than being broke ever did. That's when I stopped optimizing for income and started optimizing for optionality. I started asking this question. Does this decision make my future life easier to change or harder to change? I delayed lifetime upgrades. I took career moves that looked sideways. And I built buffers instead of buying tools. None of these things looked impressive, but these things gave me something far more valuable. Room to breathe. The first cost was loneliness. While others settled into routines, I kept moving. New cities, new cultures, and new 0 points. You lose shared memories, you lose inside jokes, and you lose people who knew the old version of you. Freedom often means walking away from people who still need stability. The second cost is identity, because when you leave the standard path, people do not know how to describe you. You're not a drifter, but you're also not a climber. You're somewhere in between, and that somewhere in between is where it feels lonely, because there is no social script for it. I delayed comfort. I delayed ease. I could have lived much better, much earlier, but I didn't, because I realized something. Short-term comfort is expensive, and long-term freedom is cheap, but only if you buy it early. Freedom sounds light. It isn't. When you don't have any boss to blame, nor there is any system to hide behind, and there are no rules to tell you what to do, every failure feels much more personal, and every doubt is much louder. You carry the weight of your own decisions. Was it worth it? For me, yes, because I wake up without panicking. I make decisions without having any fear, and I can walk away from situations if they don't fit well. That kind of peace is rare. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Freedom is not something that you arrive at. It is something that you build long before it shows up. On this channel, I will show you how to build it with systems and not with fantasies. Subscribe if you want to design your life instead of inheriting it.